Hey guys, what's going on? Um, Yesterday I was talking about discipline, motivation, devotion. Devotion was the other one. Um, I had a bit of a dwell on that, and like devotion was like the new one that I saw come up. And when I saw that, I was like, man, that's some pretty cool stuff. Like, I'm always into insights and learning new things and breaking stuff down and trying to figure out new things that if I ever get approached, that I'm kind of like armed in a sense that I can help people out if they ever need to be helped, or talk to people where I'm not tripping up, or I can just be like, oh, it'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Like, actually, like, can have a quality conversation with these people. And I seen another verse today, and this one was Hebrews 12:11. I'll read it out and then I'll just discuss it. Hebrews 12:11. For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. Keyword there, discipline. Yesterday we spoke about devotion, and it was like a passion and love for something, and I love it. I think that sounds great. Like, that's so cool, because it really like connects with God, and the sense that I believe that if something feels right, like this feels right, I feel like, okay, that's a devotion. Like, I have to do this now. Like, I want to do it, and I have a bit of a love and a passion for it. Like, it's going to come with time. Like, obviously my videos are pretty crap right now, but they get better, and I talk about three major topics. I get to talk about Christ, I get to talk about bodybuilding, I got fitness, mental health, self-improvement, like things that I love talking about and that I already talk to people about outside of here. But I'm learning a new way to express it, talk about it, and if I ever feel convicted about something, I can break it down for myself, and then I can talk about it on here, which is great. The discipline side that I see here with Hebrews 12:11, for the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant. I can see how that would apply to a lot of different things. Like, I always hear discipline on like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all those things. Like, discipline, like, rather it seems painful, painful rather than pleasant. You hear that, and there's been so many times, like, I have been like that, where I'm like, oh, you don't want to do it, but you do it, you do it, and then, but later it yields peaceful fruit of righteousness for those who have been trained by it. See, when I hear that, it makes me really wonder, like, have you ever felt like when you do these discipline acts where you like don't want to do it, and then you start doing it, like, obviously starts to get easier. You start to get like trained by it, and you start to like become hardened. And like I said yesterday with devotion, love devotion. Like, I love the way that sounds, and that's like stuck with me now. And discipline had always stuck with me too. Motivation, before I heard these other two, was like a key word. You hear it and you're like, yeah, I'd sound pretty motivated. And then you hear discipline and you go, yeah, all right, I feel like I am disciplined with some things. It kind of opens your mind to like want to try new things. It's like motivation is the start, discipline is the action, and devotion is the love that comes after. That's just something that comes to head for me. And when I hear about this, peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. Peaceful fruit of righteousness for those that have been trained by it. That sounds really nice right there. Like, I'm sure you guys might be the same if you hear it like this, but I hear it and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. Like, peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. Soon after a while, there comes a time, like, I never used to like going to the gym. And this was like back when I first started going, when I was like 14, 15. I used to get up in the morning before school, and my other friend would go to gym because he had to, because he was like a runner, like a track runner. And he always used to say like, oh, let's go to the gym together. And I'd be like, yeah, all right, let's go. And there was like times where I just like wouldn't even go. Like, he'd be like outside waiting for me, and I was like, no, I'm not going to go. But like, I was never the fittest kid. I used to eat pretty crap. I was a bigger kid, and like, I've never been like super genetically gifted. But yeah, even back then, I think I'm like 14, 15, I'm like, wow, like, though I like slipped up sometimes, I remember, I think it was around like 16, 17, I was starting to get a bit more into it. and I really wanted to start seeing the results. And I started seeing a few people in town. Like when I had a job, I'd go to the sup store and I'd buy pre-workout because I thought that was going to be my saving grace. Pre-workout back then was going to be my six-pack. Wrong, because I was still eating it like a bucket of chicken after. So, you know, I remember seeing these people and I was like, man, I wish I could just look like that. You know, like, I wish I could look like that. Like, see bodybuilders online, I'm like, man, I wish I could look like that. I always used to watch Steve Cook. He was like my OG. Like, I love watching Steve Cook every day. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be like Steve Cook. Like, I'm just going to be him when I'm older. And then we talk about what we were in with our last video with the subconscious. It's funny, like, though I might have had a disciplinary action towards my fitness, my subconscious behaviors, I think, held me back, where I was just like, yeah, as long as I'm getting a pump, like, I'll just grow and I'll just keep being okay. And for so long I was like still eating crap, not really learning anything. And I remember I'm like looking back at it now and I'm like, oh, I really didn't lock in, you know? So I can see my disciplinary actions that I used to have back then at the start, but I can see how a subconscious behavior would have thrown everything out in a sense. Like, I wasn't really conscious about a goal. I was just like, oh, if I just do it, then I'll just get better over time and everything will be okay. And that wasn't obviously working. So, but yeah, Hebrews 12:11, have a look at it. Take some time, write some notes, and then come back, write some comments, DM me, talk to me about it. Because